I believe I first injured my hearing from involvement, obviously, with being caught up in national service with the Army back in those old days. And of course, from there, it was an involvement with helicopters. I think a lot of the problems stemming from, you know, that comes through now is probably a lack of awareness of the actual problems that and noise that machinery and skill saws, chainsaws. I mean, I must admit I'm a good boy now. I wear my crash hat and my mask and my things, but that's probably only in the last 7, 8 years. Prior to that, who needed that stuff? Today, you know differently. I'm only lucky that it was perhaps picked up. Probably the onset of hearing loss was probably more noticed by Glad, with her having to keep an eye on me effectively when we're in a noisy environment and clients or prospective clients were talking with you, and she used to have to listen. Do you want to comment on that?
He would be talking and I would be talking to the wife, and I'd have one ear on him because next thing I'd hear him answering a question that hadn't been asked. Right. He would have it completely wrong, and then I'd have to butt in and tell him what the question was. And then there's the other really sad thing, is when the grandchildren come. And they've got the very high-pitched little voices, and Granddad just doesn't hear them, and they think Granddad doesn't love them. I have to teach every one of them that if they want to talk to Granddad, they've got to tap on his leg or tap on his arm to let him know that they are talking to him.
And that's true. In regard to ACC's current change, I'm a little concerned, to be honest. I don't believe that this is an age-related thing. That, you know, this thing started when I was relatively young, per se. And when it really started, the hearing loss, I was only 20. And I think the addressing of this situation and by ACC has got to be on an overall basis. It would seem ridiculous to actually hit the thing based on an age basis. I think that isn't the answer, and I don't believe that is what people pay and are forced to pay accident compensation for, is on the basis that it will be there you expect it to be there for the future. It's perhaps a bit like superannuation. You expect it to still be there. The politicians tell us that superannuation is one of those things that will never be touched. I think ACC's got to be accepted as being that too. It's an involuntary tax. We don't have an opportunity to select insurance from elsewhere. The government are telling us, you will pay ACC. So, I mean, we don't have an opportunity to go elsewhere to insure ourselves. So they can't very well thrust us with a level of levy for accident compensation and then say, oh, no, but you can't have the benefits from paying this insurance levy, which effectively is what ACC is. You can't have a change in benefits just because it suits the government of the day.